So we're going to work on, again, as I said, the turtle position. And the first spot we're going to work on the turtle is from bottom as opposed to from top. Normally we work a lot of tilt stuff, guillotine stuff from the top position. We're going to talk about the purpose a little bit of the turtle and go into a couple key techniques I think are important and go along with that theme. A lot of folks will use the turtle, in my opinion, sort of incorrectly as kind of a default defensive stance. So for them it's, okay, you know, York just got past my guard. It's, okay, they're either going to turn up and turtle, or they're going to turn away and try to stay curled up and make sure the hooks don't come in and turtle. So they use this almost like a bail position. Now, from a point standpoint in jiu-jitsu, as you can understand, someone settles side control, they take back mount, they're going to get points. But using that as a default response when you're getting past, for more grapplers than not, ends up being more conducive to getting choked than conducive to conserving points, generally speaking. Now, in my opinion, I mean, you could build your game around a turtle position, like be the kind of guy where whenever anybody tries to pass you, cut that, Jess. Whenever anybody tries to pass you, you just turtle up and you get really good at turtle. My opinion is just get really good at all the fundamental stuff in jiu-jitsu rather than having kind of a trick game. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a turtle game that's strong, but I don't want it to become a default thing for anybody. And when we are in the turtle, there's spots that we have to be mindful of. I had an instructor once tell me that the turtle position is kind of like really old, like the old school battleships. They used to have cannons on the front and on the back, and like the really old ones, but not on the sides. So it's like, I guess, a more modern kind of conception of what a battleship is. So you talked about attacking the turtle from the side. Where I'm most wary as the guy who's turtle is when York is at my side here. Yeah, so he's starting to dig his knee in. He's got his grips. His chest is where? Where's his chest? Yeah, between my shoulder blades, on my back. So this is already resembling back mount, and he's in a position where he can kind of harm me here. Now, when he's directly behind me, usually right now, I can kind of roll through and I have access through this portal to like his legs and to getting back to guard and to doing things like that. He also tends to be farther from my back. I'm not as afraid of getting my back taken from here. This isn't necessarily dominant, but it's not as inferior as when he's at my side. Similarly, when I'm squared up with York, even if I don't have a leg, so long as he's not under my chin, I'm generally better off here than I am in battleship mode. So again, I want to be facing him or facing away from him rather than allowing him to get access to my side and to get me in that particular spot. If I ever do turn to turtle, ever, it's because I have an immediate technique I know I'm going to go into. I don't turtle so that I can have time to think. That's a total losing strategy in jiu-jitsu. Total losing strategy. I turtle because I know I'm going to cut through immediately to guard. I turtle because I know I'm going to come up for a single leg. I turtle because I have a move I'm going to do to them. Now, it's not a responsive thing, it's a progressive kind of a game. So one thing that I'll focus on right now, the very, very simple technique of going from turtle back to the closed guard. Easy as it gets, but again, fundamental motion we should all get kind of used to. If I'm here with York and he's at my side, what I don't want to allow is, again, when he's here, for him to get his knee in, yeah, he's going to start sinking his hooks and punching in for chokes and getting all kinds of mean from here. So when York starts to approach my side, what I'm going to want to do is I keep my neck protected. I'm going to brace off on this hip with this forearm, and I'm going to take my other shin and see if I can do, I almost call it like the fire hydrant. So I do this, but I do it with my other leg. So I'm here. I want my shin on his thigh. This will prevent him from jumping over and get his hooks. The other thing that this will do, let's just say that knee's down for right now. It doesn't really matter, but either way, as we're here, I'm bracing off on this hip. I brace with this one. As I'm here and I'm hoisting away from position, I'm going to cut my left leg now underneath me and pull through and break his posture and yank him down to a closed guard. Could I go into half guard from there? Yeah, sure I could. But in this particular instance, we're going to go to close. So York's at my side. I don't like it. Maybe for whatever reason, yeah, I just turned away. But as soon as if I was here and I just turned away, arms in position, shins in position, cut through. And as soon as I'm now in a position that's dominant, instead of bracing him, I'm yanking him in. And now his posture is broken. I'm going to start working from my closed guard and play my games from here. Make sense? So when he's on my back, I'm looking to make a little bit of space. Once he's now between the range of my legs, aha, now I'm going to yank him in. He's mine. Okay? Anytime I go to turtle, I'm always thinking about that ejection button. I want to get out. I want to get out. It's not a position to think. Okay, so we're going to work on this particular technique first, and we'll kind of build off of this stuff, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. First and foremost, as he's braced, I want to, if I can help it, I don't want to be here. You'll never see me with both hands on the ground from a turtle position. It's not folk style wrestling. I gotta be watching my neck, so I usually have this hand up here protecting. I'm bracing at the hip. Now as I bring this shin up to go over his thigh to make sure I'm checking that leg, as I extend away with this leg, I'm just letting my body swing through. And Mr. Knapp has a good question of what to do with the upper body. So as I'm cutting through, again, right now this is bracing. This is to keep that chest of his from getting between my shoulder blades. And this leg is to keep his hooks from getting access to my back. So as I swing through, this is defensive. Now once I get to this position, now it's offensive time. He's in the range of my legs. So now it's yank. Pull him in, overhook, break the posture. So I normally go right into an overhook. York was getting it a couple times where he landed all the way in a full arm drag. Even better. You won't always get a super cool one like that. If you can, it's nice. So just again, so everybody understands what we're doing with our upper body. Brace. Again, I'm blocking my neck. This elbow's on the ground. This hand is up. I'm bracing away on that thigh. Watch, this foot is kind of pivoting in. It's pivoting in as I'm lifting it up. Now this hand, look, the one that was bracing, cups the tricep. So I'm here blocking the neck, cup the tricep, yank, overhook, back of the neck. Now I've got him in my closed guard. As soon as he's in range, offense time. Before then, it's defense time at neck and at his body. From here to here, yanking it. All right? Good. All right, same groups, 1, 2, 3.